Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some NBA player props and spreads for Saturday, March 13th. Recap from yesterday. You know, you can't predict a Joel Embiid injury, so we'll just shrug him off. We did go 3-3, depending on when you locked him in, but the parlay of the day, man, that cashed us out and saved us big time, plus 450 odds. We are now 2-0 on parlays of the day, cashed in back-to-back nights. Let's make it 3-0 tonight. If you are new here, click that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 650 subscribers today, 700, you name it. Let's keep grinding and growing this community. 2 quick notes. We do have a Discord community. It is linked down below where you can go in there, join it. There's about 50 to 60 members already, and we just started it a couple days ago. A lot of betting in there, a lot of NCAA, NBA, soccer, you name it, NHL, all of it is down there, so join the Discord community. And we do a live stream every single day at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Yesterday's live stream, unreal support, over 20 viewers the whole entire time. Didn't expect to have that many viewers, but all right, we're going to keep rolling. You guys can leave any of your thoughts and reactions down below. Click that like and subscribe button. Let's get into some picks in my play of the day. Kings versus Hawks over 239, 239.5, 250 points. I don't care. We're taking the over, and it's for good reason. Neither of these teams play a lick of defense. You know, you got the Kings who hit overs very consistently, and then you got the Hawks who do it just as well. The total has gone over in 5 of Sacramento's last 6 games. The total has gone over in 5 of Atlanta's last 5 home games. And I expect a lot of free throws tonight, and you'll see that go into my player props, which will bounce into right now. But I expect a lot of points in this game. Trae Young and De'Aaron Fox probably have great games. John Collins, Clint, Capela, all of their stat lines I really like. I'm taking the over as my play of the day. 239.5 points, 240. When we had a stat back in the day a couple weeks ago, when the over gets into 240 points, I believe it's only lost once on the year. It might be like 8-1, 10-1. I don't remember the exact number, but we're taking the over. I bet you it gets into 240 points very quickly just after this morning. Going into some player props, bouncing right back off of that. Trae Young over 28.5 points versus the Kings. When you look at Trae Young and you'll see if you can predict Trae Young, what he's going to do every single night, man, you are going to make a lot of money. Trae Young he goes ups, and he has very high ups, very low downs. Sometimes he'll score less than 15 or 18 points in like 5 straight games. Then he'll rattle off 5 or 6 of 30-plus points, and we're in the middle of a 30-plus point streak. At least let's hope it continues again tonight. He has 30-plus points in 2 straight games. I expect him to be at the free throw line a ton tonight. Fast-paced Kings game against the Kings. I'm locking in his over. You know, he's had 30-plus points, you know, in 2 straight games, like I said, and the Kings give up 26 points per game to opposing point guards. We're taking the over. Jeremy Grant over 23.5 points versus the Nets. The first time these two teams played, which was about a month or 2 ago, he dropped 32 points. Jeremy Grant was my favorite player to start the year. His over-under line was way too low. They have fixed it, but he's still attempting 18, 20 shots a night, and the 23.5 points is not enough against the Nets. You know, the Nets give up the 4th most points to opposing small forwards, and then the Pistons are going to need a big game out of Jeremy Grant to keep him in this. Jeremy Grant's firing up almost 8 threes a game. I think he can easily hit this over. Then when you look at the Nets, they don't have someone that can match up with his height and skill and speed. I'm taking Jeremy Grant's over. Another player prop, Anthony Edwards over 19.5 points. Ant-Man, I believe this should be 19.5 or 20.5. Some sports books do not have the line, but I'll take it either way. He's at 21-plus points in 4 of 5 games, 19 points in the 1 game that he didn't hit 21. He's shooting it a ton, and you should look at his game log, whether or not it's efficient or not. That's not what we're asking. We're asking for opportunity, and there's not much more opportunity than Anthony Edwards tonight. He's shooting it 22-plus times almost every single night. Game against the Blazers, very, very high scoring, as you will see when I get into my next spreads in a second. But, yeah, I like the over again tonight. Edwards, and if you think blowout is potential against the Blazers, although the spread does not suggest it, he's been pretty much blowout-proof. He still plays a lot of minutes. The new coaching staff wants him to get more involved, grow offensively, and they're just letting him fire it up at will. I'm taking his over Anthony Edwards tonight. And then my last player prop of the day, Clint Capela over 14.5 rebounds. The odds are minus 128, so people are betting on it. And, you know, I usually don't bet the rebounds, and you could see that in my live streams. Normally don't bet rebounds straight up, but Capela's been insane, and he's probably the only one I would ever do it for. He has 14-plus rebounds in 4 straight games, 17-plus rebounds in 3 of 4. When you look at the matchup against the Kings, you know, they're fresh off giving 21 rebounds to Cantor. A couple nights before that, they gave up 12 and 13 rebounds to Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Kuzma. This is Clint Capela we're talking about. He's a rebounding fiend, leading the NBA in rebounds, and I think he can continue that again tonight. You know, the Kings don't. This should be a fast-paced game. Probably a lot of misses from three, and Capela will probably feast on the offensive boards as Riqwon Holmes and company are not going to be boxing out at all. Clint Capela easily 14.5 rebounds. Lock it in tonight. Moving on to my last two spreads. And if I did not mention, yesterday all unders hit and all favorites won on the money line. If you parlayed all of those, congrats to you. You had a gigantic payday. Crazy to see all unders hit. And that's going to translate into one more under for tonight. And we are going to take, drumroll please, Knicks versus Thunder. I know, it's a 2 o'clock game, so this pick, by the time you're seeing it, could be a L. It very well, but it's the Knicks and it's the Thunder. This game could very well, both these teams could not break 100. They might not even break 190 points combined. Man, you know the Thunder. They are out of. They're missing SGA, missing Baisley, Hamadou, who just got traded, George Hill, Trevor Ariza, you name it. All of those guys are out. Knicks down D Rose, Austin Rivers, Mitchell Robinson, and potentially Elfrid Payton, who's a game time decision. What do you want me to say? You know, I got to take the under with the Knicks and Thunder. This game just smells like 180 points combined, and I will put the house on the under today. Today, it's an afternoon game. Those normally are more low scoring than normal. And yeah, when you look at the Thunder, they've missed SGA in, I believe, 5 or 6 games, and they struggle. They struggle to score 100 points, even against teams that score a lot of points, like the Blazers or Timberwolves or Pelicans. They still struggle to score 100 points against those teams. We're taking the under 213.5. Knicks first half, I do like their line as well. Moving on to my last player prop of the day before we get into that parlay, or not, last spread of the day before we get into that parlay of the day. And we got Timberwolves versus Blazers over 233. I just talked about it with the Thunder. The Blazers don't play a lot of defense, and hell, who plays less defense? The fudging Timberwolves. What the hell? They do not play an ounce of defense under the new coaching staff. But hey, it's worked. It worked last night, I guess, a couple nights ago when they blew out the Pelicans after being down big. But these teams played earlier in the season, and they combined for 252 points. The Blazers dropped 135 on their own. And like we said, all unders hit yesterday. That usually means we're going to have a correction today, and we're going to get back to even. A lot of overs today, except for the Thunder and Knicks. That has no chance, at least not in my eyes. And as for the parlay of the day, let's get into it. Get your notepads. We're writing this one down. This is what we're locking in for the day. Hawks versus Kings over. It's the reason it's my play of the day. I think that hits with ease. I think they combined for 250 points tonight. Then we got Nets, Bucks, Blazers, and Suns money line. So we got 5 legs. Hawks, Kings over. Nets money line, Bucks money line, which both are fair. They're both 10-point favorites, so they should be easily be able to do that. Blazers should beat the Timberwolves, and the Suns should beat the Pacers. That should be over plus 400 odds. I'm going to try to cash another parlay of the day. If you still are here, man, click that like and subscribe button. As a recap, we got player props. Clint Capela over 14.5 rebounds, arguably my favorite one of the night. Anthony Edwards over 19.5 or 20.5 points. Then we got Trae Young over 28.5 points versus the Kings. Jeremy Grant over 23.5 points versus the Nets. Over unders, we got Timberwolves Blazers over 233. The Kings versus Hawks over 239. And then the Thunder versus Knicks 213.5. Let's hope this Thunder Knicks can get us off to a 1-0 night, 1-0 day easily at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Like I said, we got our live stream at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. Eastern time. I will drop the links in the Discord, on Twitter. Try to put it everywhere, so if you missed it, you will click those bells too. Man, there's a lot of support going on recently. Let's try to get us up to 650 subscribers today. This has been Austin. I will catch you guys again tomorrow and as well in the live stream later tonight. Man, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Let's make some money together. Good luck. Peace out.